we are, outside Dean Court. We didn't know what to expect. We like what we've got. What do you think of that game today, Mark?
Oh, the first half, I thought, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
And second half, they kept slipping in the first half. The players, I didn't know what studs they had in or what.
Yeah.
And they, second half, it was a different gravy, wasn't it? They just come out and attacked. And it was brilliant. Yeah.
I don't think really Leicester expected it at all, did they, from us? And
no,
I've got to be honest, I had a little chat with Sam at half time, and we were sort of saying, oh, come on, Christie. You know, he's had chance after chance, he's done nothing with it, and then in that second half, he finally comes good, doesn't he?
Comes to life. He does it for Scotland, doesn't he?
He does.
He does it for Scotland there and that, but he did impress in the second half. And I'll tell you, that Senesi he's starting to be a good signing, he is, I'll tell you. So, yeah, it was brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much for coming on, Mark.
That's all right. Cheers.
All the best. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you. How you, Ben?
Oh.
How you doing?
I'm amazing after that. That was so good.
It was nice. Some people who sat around near me were saying it feels a little bit like a continuation of the Brentford game, but not any longer. Things have changed. Yeah. So that was much better, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think second half as well, we were really good. And we had the chances in the first half as well. But I'm really happy with how we were in the second half. It felt similar to Forest, because obviously we're up against it going into second half. And, you know, I think I said last week that experience will show for Christie and Tavernier, and they'll play better, and they definitely did today. And Christie got the goal that he definitely needed for confidence. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with that.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy too, buddy. Really happy. Who's your best player today?
God, I can't really name anyone that was bad, but I think I'm going to have to say Christie just for the goal. But I think mainly for the first half, I think he struggled quite a lot.
Yeah.
But the second half, he was a different player. You know, he was running with confidence. He was taking on players, and he got the goal, obviously. But yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, really happy as well too. Thank you for coming on, Ben.
Yeah,
all the best, bud.
Scott.
Hi, Scott. Oh, hello there. You all right, buddy? How are you, Scott? Are you okay today?
Yeah, what a comeback win.
What a comeback win indeed. What a fantastic comeback win. Did you expect it, Scott? Did you expect us to come back from where we were to get a win today?
I was expecting that.
Fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. And who was your best player today, Scott?
I reckon it's Ryan Christie.
He worked very, very hard, and he got a goal, which is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, he did as well.
Brilliant. Thanks for coming on, Scott. All the best. See you soon.
See you in 10 days' time.
10 days. Cool. Is that long, is it?
Specific. It's very specific.
Very specific. I like your T-shirt.
Thanks very much. The evolution of the Lego man.
Do you know, it's the evolution of our game, actually, a little bit, isn't it?
Felt a bit like that.
From kind of humble beginnings
to... We built up the performance from pretty dire first half. Although we were the better team, we went in 1-0 down, and second half, I don't know what happened. It's Billing and Solanke looked like they were off their game first half, and then second half, they seemed to just be on it. It was good. Second half, we went for it, and we got it.
I can see why, without no disrespect meant, Leicester didn't really bother us an awful lot, and that kind of confused me a little bit, because we know that they've got good players. It just goes to show you, doesn't it, how much morale is a deciding factor sometimes in games, and we're on the upside of morale at the moment, aren't we?
We are. I mean, Leicester, I feel for them a little bit, because they are a better team than the position they're in. Yeah. But you've got to show it on the pitch, and they didn't show any desire really to win the game. So very happy with that. We on the other hand started the game slow, but actually looked the better team throughout. So happy with that. Good performance in the end.
There was some really good. It was a good team performance, but some good individual performances as well. Was there somebody today, Paul, that kind of stood out for you, and you thought, well, this guy, what a player?
Senesi.
Yeah.
Senesi for me, absolutely solid at the back with Mepham. Both of them played well, but Senesi for me, some of his passing was fantastic as well. So good distribution, good defending. That's all you want from your centre backs, isn't it?
It's a weird scenario to be in with if Lloyd Kelly comes back from injury, hopefully before the World Cup, that actually it might be quite tricky for him to get back into the side.
Yeah, I don't know who you take out. I genuinely, three at the back maybe.
Yeah.
We'd have to go three at the back. I don't know. So this thing's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's a little bit weird.
It reminds me of one of those shaving brushes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you, Paul. Good to see you.
Cheers.
Oh, Simon. Go on, Ethan. You come on. How are you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Got a sore throat, but...
Did you scream and shout a bit?
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
Look, there's been a lot going on the pitch today. What did you think of the game?
Very good. Better from last week, I reckon.
Yeah.
We had a very good start until the goal, but all-round positive, I guess.
Yeah, all-round positive, definitely. And I'll just touch on this a little bit with you, because I haven't talked to anyone else about it yet, and I think you're the man with the know-how. 120 million we were sold today. New owner, he signed the paperwork, and now it's just a matter of time of waiting for. Do you think we'll hear from him soon before that goes through and what his plans are or not?
Yeah, I think we might hear from him. 120 million. It was going to be 150, but it got lowered down. But I've heard there might be a new stadium or a stadium upgrade.
Yeah.
And he wants a bigger training capacity as well. So he's not mucking around.
He's not mucking around. Fantastic. Brilliant. And we're not mucking around at the moment. Nobody picked that we would be where we are in the league. And I don't think Leicester thought that we'd be able to come back today. They certainly, I can tell their fans, thought the game was won when they were 1-0 up. But we're showing we're no pushovers in this league.
Yeah, we're never giving up, are we?
No.
Literally. Go 1-0 down, keep our heads up, we go again. And then there's a goal. And then a couple of moments later, there's another goal.
Yeah.
So it just shows you in the Premier League, if you never give up, you could possibly get a point or 3 points.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Ethan. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, the cherries, come on.
Oh, yes, love it. Yes, fantastic. Well, I don't even know where to start. Where do you want to start? Let's go there.
Well, a lot of things to discuss.
Many things to discuss, indeed. I'm going to come down a little bit because it's easier for me. Should we discuss the goals? What did you think of the goals?
Pretty good.
Did you have a favourite goal?
Probably the Phil Bill one.
Yeah.
It was another mistake by the defenders again, like the one at Nottingham Forest.
They really kind of opened up for us, didn't they? I don't think they expected it. Jamie Vardy came on the pitch, and I was a bit worried about that, but he didn't really get a chance, did he?
He didn't really do anything, did he?
No, he didn't really do anything. I thought Neto was quite good today as well. I'm really getting to like him, and I like that he's got a nice short name, which is easy to say.
Yeah. I like that too.
Who's your best player today, do you think?
Tavernier.
Tavernier. He always works hard. Him and Christie, what a duo they are, working hard all game long.
In the first half, Christie was a bit dead.
Yeah.
Second half, he was a bit more on it.
Definitely a bit more on it.
The coach at the minute gave Christie a wake-up call.
A wake-up call. I like that. Fantastic. Brilliant. I'll have a little chat with Dad.
See you in a minute. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. How's your little friend? Doing all right?
He's all right. I got a bit of a cold today.
Have you? Well, get well soon.
That's improved my.
I know.
My whole being.
I'll start everyone. We're competitive at this level. Just put that one in there, like every week. Gave Leicester too much respect in the first half. Bit tardy. Christie should have scored. Christie should have scored again. Christie should have done a lot. Christie was everywhere. He deserved the man of the match, but he could have done more.
Yep.
I think we just had to turn the dial up. And we did. And then you could see that if we did, we'd get our rewards.
Yeah.
So in the end, I think we deserved it. There's quite a few people that say Leicester deserved at least a draw. I don't. They're not very good. They're not at all. They're probably the second worst team we've played after Forest. Man of the match, I give it to Lewis Cook. I think there's always a player on the pitch that's underestimated or undervalued, and he worked his knuckles off.
I like it that he's driving forward with the ball more now. Last season he was a bit more of a quarterback, wasn't he? Kind of like ping.
Yeah,
but this
definitely.
season he's sort of driving
so,
forward.
I'd give it to him because it wasn't that easy to find a man of the match. It was quite easy to then pick Christie, but overall, you could have picked Senesi. He'd probably be the second one, but I'd give it to Lewis Cook. But let's keep going. I mean, just imagine if we'd have got those VAR points as well.
I know.
We'd be in the Champions League.
I'll mention that as well. Apparently, my sources from outside of Dean Court are telling me that actually on a monitor, that looked like a penalty. That penalty shout that we had looks like a penalty,
Really?
and we should have gone to VAR for it.
Another one. That's the hat trick.
And the other thing I noticed as well is Senesi. Whenever a ball came into the box, he was putting both arms behind his back.
Yes.
So I think we've worked on that.
He went like this, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, I'm buff and I can stop the ball.
Yeah,
and he
exactly.
did a couple of times.
He did.
Everything was really good, so really happy. Nice to be where we are.
Nice to be where we are. Thank you, son, mate.
Take
Good to
care.
see you, buddy. Oh yeah, how you doing? What's your name? Sorry.
I'm Humphrey.
Oh, Humphrey. Oh, I've met you before.
You've met me
I have.
before,
Yeah. How are you, gentlemen? You okay?
Yeah, we're right.
Now, if I'd said to you at half-time, how are you feeling about the game? Give me a word. How would you feel at half-time?
Half-time, not our best performance. I think we're giving Leicester a bit too much respect. But what was positive is we were 1-0 down.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried at 1-0 down.
Tale of two halves.
Tale of two halves, definitely.
It's reminiscent of Forest, really.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of similarities to that, where we were 2-0 down, but the togetherness showed, and we just went all at it, got the goals.
And they were quite nice goals, weren't they, really?
They were classy, especially Christie. It's great to see him get his first Prem goal.
Yeah.
Great feeling. Yeah.
I'd really love it if he got more goals now, because that's the sort of the one thing that he needs, isn't it? And that kind of decision making in the final third. Good, consistent performances all around the pitch. Interesting to see Adam Smith at left back. Some people like that, some people don't. How do you gents feel about that?
When I first saw it, I was like, I feel like Samura should have started. But then Smith came on in the game and he just was brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought he gave a good shift defensively, very strong. Even going forward, I thought he was very, very, for Adam Smith, pacey, which is not what he's known for. So I was quite impressed.
Fantastic. And then later on we had Stacey come on the right. We've had Fredericks play on the right. We've had Smith play on the right. Who is our best right back, do you think, or right wing back? What do you think?
What do you think, mate?
Well, I think Fredericks is obviously very, very quick. Stacey's very, very quick, but Adam Smith's just got that. You can just play anywhere, can't he, on that back four now? He seems to have that brain for it. But yeah. Okay, so going forward then, what's our next game? Is it Fulham?
Fulham, we're going to see that.
I've got a message for Fulham fans. Right, Harry and Christian, they're Fulham fans. You've seen us beat Villa, you've seen us beat Forest, and now you've seen us beat Leicester. Guess what? You're next.
Oh, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. All the best. Thank you. Hiya, what's your name?
Charlie.
Hiya, Charlie. How are you today?
Good.
What a game that was. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was great, especially the comeback. I wasn't seeing that at all.
No, I didn't see it at all either. I sort of slumped in my seat a little bit, if I'm honest. Which stand do you sit in?
The Ted McDoodle.
Oh, good. Oh, you were in the same stand as me, weren't you?
I saw you at half time.
Oh, you saw Sam at half time. Yeah, fantastic. Did you get a little look at the penalty shout that we had?
Yeah.
What did you think?
It was a Stonewall penalty.
Do you know, I'm hearing that from people. Some people are saying who've seen this on a replay. They're saying that it is a penalty. But we don't get a lot of luck, do we, when it comes to VAR, when it comes to penalty decisions this season? And I don't know. If there was a league, we'd be much higher up if all that stuff was taken out. So, yeah. How do you think? Do you think sometimes referees, when they come to Bournemouth, they're not quite as fair? They kind of favour the bigger clubs.
Yeah, that's what my dad said.
Tavernier got tackled. If that had been Grealish, that was a professional foul, wasn't it? You know, It should have been a yellow.
But yeah, the ref was probably most likely on their side.
But what is good is, with it all against us, that's when we seem to perform the best, don't we? And to come back against Leicester, who did very well against Forest last time, is quite incredible. Did you have a man of the match today?
Oh, that's hard. I'd probably go for Chris Metham again.
Yeah.
Or and Christie, like he did get it.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks ever so much for coming on. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Up the cherries, thank you. I'll take it up the cherries all day long. Hello there. Hi. Nice to meet you both. Your name is, sorry?
Sharon.
Sharon?
Anthony.
And Anthony. Brilliant, fantastic. And what a game today.
Oh, fantastic, wasn't
amazing.
it? Weren't they amazing? They took a while to warm up and get going, but second half they came out fighting, didn't they? They were amazing.
The new owner was in attendance today.
Yeah.
Now he's looking at this game. He's probably got some ideas of who he wants to be the next manager. But Gary O'Neill, he's making a good case, isn't he, to be kept on in that role?
Yeah, definitely. I think under Scott Parker, the football was never the best, and now all of a sudden we're getting some amazing results. You know, the game against Forest, Newcastle, and now beating Leicester. To come in behind as well and play some brilliant football, it's so refreshing to see.
It's so refreshing to see, definitely. And we're going to go to Fulham next.
Yeah.
That's our next game. Last season we had some real ding-dongs with them. Obviously both got promoted.
Yeah.
I wonder what that game will be like, do you think? Do you think we're going to go for some points? Do you think we're going to kind of defend? I mean, I don't know.
I think this team will go for the win always.
Yeah.
Always. I don't think this, and that's what we like about this manager. He's a real up front, on the front foot.
Yeah.
Go for the win, and that's what we all want to see.
Brilliant. And very quickly, just back on the game today, I've asked loads of people, was man of the match. It was quite hard to pick. There's a lot of consistency.
Tav all day long.
Yeah.
Tavernier all
Shout
day
out to
long.
Lerma as well. I think he played another solid performance. He's always really good.
Yeah, he's a good, solid player. Yeah,
Fantastic.
Good, solid. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you both for coming on. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Guys, bye.
Hello there. How you doing, gentlemen? You okay?
Yes, very good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm all right. I've got a bit of a cold, but I'm persevering on. I enjoyed the football today. It made me feel a lot better. How did you guys enjoy the game?
Wow. I mean, what a comeback. You can hear from my voice, it's definitely not looking good. But yeah, hopefully it will recover in the next few days. But I mean, those two goals, they were in such quick succession as well. It was just so amazing to see us come back from 1-0 to come back with that 2-1 win. Yes.
we seem to be developing a style of football. Yes, we like to keep the ball and pass it around, but it sort of reminds me of Leicester when they won the Premier League, and that we kind of draw teams on. They attack us, and then we catch them on the break. Do you think this style of football can carry on? Do you think we can keep getting points this way?
Yeah, I think it's a really good style, and what I love about Bournemouth is that even if they go 1-0 down, they just come back, they bounce back just immediately.
They do bounce back immediately. Yeah, we've got bounce back ability. There's a word that we haven't used in about 10, 15 years. So, boys, man of the match today. What do you think?
Certainly a difficult one today.
I've not had like two set of people say the same thing in a row yet. Everyone says something different.
I mean, of course, Billing has been very consistent with it for us. I mean, he's scored so many equalisers, scored so many important goals. I mean, this is just looking at previous matches and this match. I'm going to have to say Billing. He is just so good at the moment. He's a man on fire. A
man on fire. And I have a question for you, young man, because look at the way that you're attired today, what you're dressing. Who is your number one? Who's the best goalkeeper for Bournemouth at the moment?
Well, since Neto came from Barcelona, he's just started in really good, and I think he's overtook Travers, in my opinion, to the number one keeper, and he's just like, I just love him. He's just a really good goalie.
Fantastic. Thank you ever so much, gentlemen. Thank you for coming on. All the best. Hi, how you doing?
All right. Yeah, not too bad, you?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you? Did you enjoy the game today?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think my 2-1 prediction was correct. So it was like good. Second half ramped up quite, and like it notched up another gear, I think.
Now, I saw you pre-game, and you told me 2-1.
Yeah.
Then we saw you at half-time, and then obviously it's finished 2-1. But at half-time, be honest with me now, was that 2-1 still in your head? Did you still think it'd be 2-1?
I still thought it was going to be 2-1.
Wow. Okay.
I dreamt that last night.
you dreamt it. You dreamt it. That's that. You just need to message all your dreams out onto the internet so we can all make lots of money. You dreamt about the scoreline, but did you dream about who the man of the match would be, and did it come true?
That bit I didn't, no.
Okay.
But I think Christie in the end actually got his finishing touch, because it was coming. He finally got it in the back of the net at last.
Back of the net at last, indeed. Gentlemen, man of the match from you both?
Billing for me.
Billing, fantastic, yep.
Solanke.
And Solanke, I like both of them. Yeah, fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on.
Take it easy.
Hello.
Hello, gents. We've got loads of people today. We're going on and on and on. It's fantastic. So, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. 2-1.
That was my prediction.
That was your prediction. Is that what you did? You all predict a Bournemouth win today?
No. Yes. I did. No.
Did you, Adam?
Yeah. No. I went 3-2.
You went 3-2. Oh, you weren't far off then.
I went 3-1.
3-1.
That
So
goal counted.
Well, that was the thing. I couldn't see it, but there was a goal that was.
It was offside.
It was offside. Was it offside? Could anyone actually see it?
I was at the other stand. Offside. I was at the goal because I was behind the goal and I think it's the goal. I wasn't there. I was in the east stand when it was, so he wasn't offside.
No, I didn't think he was offside. And apparently, you know the penalty that we thought we might have and it got turned down? Yeah. Didn't even look at it, did they? No. Some people are saying that was a penalty. Yeah, people at home. So, that could have been a very, very different story. But the score, nevertheless, was a win for us. We just keep on moving. We keep on getting points.
We're beating Liverpool in the league. We're 8th. And Man City are top.
Yeah, well, they will be. We won't worry about them. Okay, gentlemen, before I move on to someone else, I need your man of the matches. Who did you think impressed you today?
Billing.
Billing?
Billing.
Billing?
Kiefer Moore.
Billing, Kiefer Moore. Love it. Thank you, gents. All the best. Hello there, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks. What's your name? Sorry.
Mark.
Fantastic, Mark. And what a game it was today.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fighting performance right till the end.
Yeah.
Whether we had lost today or not, the fact that they're fighting for each other and there's a bit of belief, that's what we want to see.
Yeah, definitely. And all over the pitch we saw performances today, good and bad. First half was not as good as the second half, was it?
No. I thought we were I don't know whether we showed them a little bit too much respect in the first half, stood off Maddison a bit.
Yeah.
I thought second half when we got in their faces and said, oh, we're Bournemouth, we're not frightened of you, let's have a go. And I thought Chris Meffam, he was public enemy number 1 last year, and I think credit to him. He got his head down, worked on it, and I think what a brilliant player he's been this season. For me, he's been our player of the season so far.
Yeah, I agree with you. And, the way that he's kind of grown as a player, I'm looking at Lloyd Kelly, and I'm thinking, how does Lloyd Kelly get back in his side now?
Exactly, and the new guy.
Yeah, Stevens, yeah.
And Marcos Senesi.
Yeah, he's done
he's growing in stature every game. It's going to take him a while to get used to the pace of the Premier League, but I think he's a great addition.
Yeah, fantastic. So, was he your man of the match today then, Mepham, do you think?
Mepham, yeah. Mepham, I thought Tavernier had a good game out on the wing. Jefferson Lerma was his usual Jeff, and Lewis Cook getting stuck in there in midfield. I think there's probably 7, 8, 9 you could say were man of the match, but I'm going to give it to Mepham, I think, because he's solid at the back.
I'm just wondering, I'm thinking about our manager situation here, and then people are saying, look at the job Gary O'Neill's doing. Yeah. But you've got a big money guy coming in, Foley. I'm looking at a Leicester manager situation. I mean, is Rodgers to be able to keep his job? I mean, surely.
Well, I think talking to a couple of the Leicester fans on our way out of the Ted Mack stand, they want him gone.
Oh, really?
And I thought, well, he's not done a bad job for you, really, but results game, isn't it?
Yeah, everything becomes history very quickly, doesn't it? You forget about it.
But going back to Gary O'Neill, I think he should be given a chance.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a certain Mr. Howe at Newcastle, thrown in at the deep end. Let's give him a go.
Yeah.
Do we really want another old has-been, like an Allardyce or a Deitch? No,
really.
Let's give Gary O'Neill a go. Maybe, let's just say right up till January, the World Cup, there could be, with money coming in, and if it doesn't work out in the new year, high-profile manager after the World Cup could come available.
Yeah.
Then maybe, but I think I'll give it to him, Mr. Bowley, if you're listening. That's our man.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming on.
Andrew, Heather, and Sam.
Hello.
I don't believe who just seen.
I just shouted really loudly into this. I shouldn't have done that. Andrew, how are you?
You won't believe who I just seen upstairs.
Who did you see upstairs?
A relative of Jefferson Lerma's.
A relative of Jefferson Lerma. Were they charming? Were they nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the chap in
and also, he was pushed in my wheelchair.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Did you ask him to?
Nope.
All right. Don't know if you should be doing that then, but never mind. What did you think of the game today, Andrew? What was your view like from the platform?
Spotless.
Spotless view. Fantastic. I'm glad they look after the place.
I'm going to show Sam some recordings later.
All right, not now though.
Later, I mean.
All right, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
On the way back, I'm going to show you some recordings.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see that. What's the recordings of the game?
Yes.
Okay, don't tell the Premier League. Right, we'll have a little chat with the people behind you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic, okay. Hey Heather, how are you?
Great, thank you.
Phil Billing did all right today, didn't he?
He did. They were all saying get him off at half time, and then, he does his usual, never take him off. He can always score, so.
Exactly. Sandy, did you enjoy the game today?
Loved it, yeah. Absolutely buzzing with that. Brilliant.
I wasn't really enjoying it at half time. I was feeling a bit, but by the end of it, I'm jumping for joy.
Yeah, enjoyed it. It was good.
Good. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you to man the match, but I probably shouldn't bother asking you, should I?
Probably not.
No. Okay.
Philip Billing.
Sandy, did you have some?
Me.
Lerma. Yeah, he never gives up, does he?
No.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Right, on the batty then. This is
interesting.
Interesting to negotiate. Yeah, brilliant.
Right.
Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving.
It's going to be full up.
It's Matty.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, very well.
We're on the camera now.
Oh yeah, hello.
Yeah. I just wondered what you thought of the game.
Yeah, I thought first half I think it's a confidence thing. We didn't really impose ourselves like we should. Leicester were pretty average, to be honest.
Yeah.
Rode their luck, got the goal, which was lucky. And I just didn't think we imposed ourselves on the game as much as we should have done. It was all very much about keeping it tight, making sure maybe we don't concede, but we did concede. And in a way, that was the best thing that could have happened, I think, because second half, he clearly got into him at half-time with Tommy, with Gary, and I just love it. Was Forest all over again in many ways, because second half we come out, we didn't change much tactically or in terms of formation, but what we did change is our approach to the game up here. And I'll repeat it again, this is going back to what I was saying at Forest. It's a mentality.
Yeah.
And we were first to every ball. We were snapping into chat. The effort was there. The commitment was there. The desire was there. Phil Billing was getting closer to Dom Solanke. Ryan Christie was all over the place. The energy was there. And they again, I'll repeat myself, they couldn't cope with it. They couldn't live with it. And once we got the goal, for me, there was only going to be one winner. And it was amazing transformation second half. And the sum of our parts was far greater than their individual talent. I thought we made James Maddison look very, very ordinary, and we made a lot of their 11 look very ordinary in the second half. And it just goes to show that 70-80% of the game, even at this level, is up there. It's about mentality. And second half, we had the mentality, and we wanted it more than they did. And the goal, we grow in confidence. It gives us a purpose. It gives us conviction. The crowd gets up, and this is what happens. And that's what we're going to have to do, game after game, all season. And it's great to see, wasn't it, second half?
It is great to see. Yeah, fantastic little analyst. I don't know. It's the cold. That's what I'm blaming it on. Analysis. Thank you. Analysis. That's the word I wanted of the game there, buddy. And I completely agree with you. And it was kind of like the last time we were in the Premier League. It's a lesson that can be easily forgotten, and a lot of teams forget it. That it is about, playing to your. They're the fine margins, aren't they? When you come up with the right brain set, when you play the game, it's going to make a massive difference. Lots of consistency, lots of really good players today. Everyone kind of binded together. But who is your man of the match for today?
It's a tough one. I thought again we looked pretty solid. I understand the reason he put Adam Smith at left back to take care of James Maddison, although it affected our balance obviously from an offensive viewpoint. I thought Chris Meffam, the centre halves, were faultless, really outstanding in the main. 5 minutes yet, Steve. In the main, and I thought Jeff Lerma ticked things over in the midfield. I thought Lewis Cook but I thought Dom Solanke, his work rate is phenomenal. It's the amount of work that he gets through in the final third, coming wide, dropping deep. The work that he gets through for the team is absolutely phenomenal. So you'd probably look at Dom. But I thought Ryan Christie to get that Premier League goal, and the amount of work that he put in as well, and his endeavour was fantastic. So I'll probably give it to Christie in as much as him getting that Premier League goal. I think he probably steals it for me.
Fantastic. Thanks, mate.
Great stuff.
All the best, buddy. Good to see you. Oh, good to go for one of them.
The handshake.
Everything. We'll go for everything. Hiya, Neil. My little cough. I've not had one of those yet. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm all right. Thank you, though.
It's a good job we're not going on about it.
Yeah. Sam just said it's a good job I don't keep going on about my cold. Man flu. What did you think of the game today, Neil?
Well, I'm going to just take a little bit more time than Matt.
Yeah.
To just get
Let's go really slow.
Yeah. It was a game of two contrasting halves, wasn't it? Really. I mean, I just wonder if our players just don't quite have the confidence at the moment, because they can play well, even after a first half like that where they were sort of disappointing and a little bit disjointed. So maybe it's just a confidence thing. We are good enough to play at this level.
A little bit of team sheet-itis, maybe looking at the names that you're up against and kind of wondering if you can really match up. But we've shown we can. And what I find quite interesting as well is there are a number of players who are not actually anywhere near our first 11 at the moment that we still haven't tapped into. And the ones that are injured as well. You've got your Lloyd Kelly to come back. You've got Joe Rothwell hasn't even kicked a ball in anger for us yet. You've got David Brooks, talking about him today, and a lot of people might recognise those as our bigger players from outside of the club. So to see this kind of group working so well and the new signings gelling in, Gary O'Neill's done a pretty good job, hasn't he, of pulling these players together?
Yeah, I think so. It can't be easy, sort of not knowing how long you're going to be there for. How do you strategically plan?
Yeah.
You've got to go game to game, haven't you? But it does show that we've got some depth. When Stacey comes on as our third choice right back and really looked lively, I thought, that was really good. But I think Jefferson Lerman's got to be man of the match today, because not so much for the football he was playing, but the fact that he was winding Maddison up consistently in the second half. And I thought it was quite funny, actually.
It makes a difference, doesn't it? And you said there a phrase that I really like, game to game. And for me, Gary O'Neill has looked at this game to game. He's changed the approach slightly for different games, which sometimes when you get a caretaker manager in, they don't, do they? They just kind of go, well, we'll just stick with that, we'll stick with that. Don't know how long I'm going to be here, stick with that. But he doesn't. He's really tinkering, he's thinking, he's changing personnel and what he thinks is going to work, and that's encouraging.
I think the fact that he's been here for 18 months, he knows the players, he knows what we can do, and it must be frustrating, I guess, sitting behind Scott Parker, when you can see now that we're actually playing with a little bit more confidence, a little bit more intent. So it's all good, really.
Fantastic.
Eighth in the table.
8th in the table. Thank you, Neil.
Cheers.
Hey, buddy. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing, mate. Yeah. 8th in the league, by the way.
I know. I didn't expect that today. I felt sort of you go through those kind of motions, don't you? I think we're going to win. Oh, maybe we'll just draw, be all right. And then at half time, oh God, are we going to be able to get back in this? Have we got the tools? But yeah, we got the tools.
Absolutely. It was a weird one again that I'm saying I thought they'd be better. Again, I feel like I'm saying that all the time, so maybe we should just give ourselves credit. But even if they had hung on at 1-0, I thought, they're not as good. We can have these. And to be fair to us, to our credit and Gary O'Neill's credit, we went from second half. I didn't know if we had that in us, that kind of just go for the throat, and we really did. And we scored 2 quick goals because of it. And does Bill Foley lose football matches? Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Who done team lose, by the way, on the vlog? Morgan, right? He's in. He's got the job. He's got the job because we got 3 points. But no, I really enjoyed it today because that first half, I thought. Yeah, we weren't great. It was kind of same old of what we've been seeing. We were relatively compact, but it was quite a fortunate goal. I'm right behind it. It's like taking a horrible deflection off Jeff. It's a tap in. But apart from that, there wasn't much in the game. And then me, Mark Jackson and Matty Davis put the world to right at half time, said, get Christie off, get Bennett off, right, and we'll be fine. They got the 2 goals, so shows what we know. But yeah, mad, isn't it? I think at half time, not many people would have thought them 2 would be the heroes, but I'm just delighted for Christie because we all say the same stuff. Like he's playing so well, and then he just cocks it up in front of the goal, and he scuffed one in for us. But yeah, take that. And Billing as well, he can be frustrating. So I'm really pleased he got a goal. I thought Dom was sensational, leading the line again, unbelievable. I thought 2 centre halves again. I was surprised with the system in terms of no left back when Zamora was available, but when I was watching it, I kind of thought it looked to me as if Maddison playing off that right. He put Smith there because of that experience to just you just track Maddison, because he'd have bought Zamora on for Fredericks and moved Smith over if that wasn't the case. But he wanted to keep Smith in that role, didn't he, for that experience? So, maybe, and to be honest, did that kind of work? Well, Maddison was a little bit non-existent apart from set pieces, I felt, so maybe it did work. Bringing Stacey on, I thought was good when he came on as well. And you look at it now and you go, and Anthony comes on, does all right, unlucky not to get a goal, and you're thinking, we've got a few options there. I heard you speaking before as well, Rothwell still to come back. We're still without our main centre-half and captain. So we've got some options now, and I'd probably take Europa League if you offer me it. But never mind the gap Southampton, mind the gap Liverpool.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Unbelievable. Yeah, and he still hasn't lost a game. So he deserves a lot of credit. And I think what it was is that bravery second half. We were saying against Brentford, weren't we? It's easy to just kind of be compact, be organised, get a point. But what he did today is he went, we can win this. And we went and won the game. And the changes after that worked. We didn't look that threatened, I didn't feel. So, yeah, happy days, mate. I can't believe we won again. I can't believe we still haven't lost under him.
And another top quality striker that we've kept quiet.
Yeah, again, I think Vardy came on at 1-0 as well, and he was really non-existent. And again, go back to it. People are forgetting we're missing our main centre half and skipper. And Mepham and Selesi, Mepham's been probably, I would argue, our player of the season so far. Agreed. But Selesi again, I thought he was super. I think he's getting better with every minute of every game we see him. So yeah, delighted. Heads was falling asleep there. They've got me an absolute at the bar. Sam's arms aching. So let's wrap it up. Takes 3 points. On to Europe, mate. On to Europe.
That's it for us outside Dean Court. I'm going to go blow my nose. They're going to have a pint. And we'll see you at the next one. Fulham. Oh, Mr. Mitrovic, coming for you.